you, I catch you. Spike planted.
Triple down. Enemy B.
Scratch one. Ultimate ready. One enemy remaining.
Damn.
Throw net. Hold them to their grave.
Enemy A.
Reeling them
FPS or first-person shooter is always among the most exciting and intense and satisfying gameplay ever exists. FPS type games are everywhere, even in Roblox. The representative candidates are Arenal and Phantom Force, even though they are the first name when it came to Roblox FPS, but the player pick is quite different. So in this video I want to share my experiment and opinion about how two of the game work to make such a big difference in this game. So this is the map for the Arenal right now. Most of the maps all have a common point that you can spot the enemy very often. Play the game, I rarely encounter the problem where I don't see an enemy. This is simply because of the map design. The way they make the map is what I want to call it a forced gunfight. Because when you're in a battle of bullets, there are always two options: get out by eliminating your opponent, or be killed by your enemies. Most of the paths of the map are connected to the main place where the gunfight mainly happens. Saying this doesn't mean all maps don't have any flank route, but even if it have, the map design for Arenal is quite smart. By making those flank routes connect to the main gunfight, the best example of this is in the map Villa. This map contains a bunch of flank routes, and most of them are connected to the house because the maps are so small that most gunfight happen in the house. To make it better, everywhere you go outside, there's always a door, window, or ladder for you to enter the house. And most of the time you will spawn outside, so on the way you get to the house, there's a very high chance you will spot an enemy who trying to get into the house either. Now for the Phantom Force map, these are the maps right now in the game. All the maps in the game are trying to do one thing. They design those maps for the player to choose any weapon or gun, whatever you want to say, but still perform well. Phantom Force is unlike Arenal where you have a new gun every time you kill an opponent. In this game, you can choose any type of gun you want. You can have a sniper, shotgun, SMG, anything. But the purpose of those maps are simple. Make it playable for any gun you choose. If you look at the map, you can see a lot of area from short to mid and mid to long range. Those spots is where the gun you choose shine the most. If you hit those shots, they are designed like this so no matter what player's play style, gun chosen, setup or attachment you choose, is still favorable for your gun. Take this map for example. This is a map mostly designed to close to mid-range weapon, but they still have two areas for sniper player to enjoy. But it doesn't change the fact that there are some maps you cannot use your specific gun. Let's talk about Container and Desert Storm for example. This map is good example because Container is a type map where a sniper player can't even shine, but Desert Storm is a sniper playground. Let me explain a little bit. Desert Storm is a type of map where you have to fight in the opening. It's not really the opening, but how the map was designed. It's so wide open and there are so many open areas and don't have that much cover. So if you make a good sniper player, they can easily headshot you. Even though they design a lot of flank route to against the sniper, Due to the map being so straight that the sniper player have more time to aiming and the shotgun player is very pain because they either got headshot by the sniper or got spammed by the SMG player. But for container is the sniper worst nightmare because the map is very small that they can easily get spotted by any player. Any shotgun and SMG player can blast them out very quick unless they can quick scope, but even though they can, they will get demolished by other weapon other than sniper. Both games have the same topic, which is explore the gun potential, but how they approaching that topic is a key making a difference. Arsenal, with each skill you get, you will get a gun, unless the game mode you play does not allow you to have a gun when you take down an enemy. The gun you get is completely random and all players have the same gun rotation for each match. This can include a sniper, a shotgun, an SMG, any type of gun that you can think of. Some of them are not a gun, but you get the point. You get a random weapon on your hand. The gun you can have in this game is completely insane. Some of the gun is so strong that it can instantly kill your opponent, or some gun can make you fly up high. Some weapon you have in the gun rotation is not can be considered as a gun. This should be annoying as hell because it's nearly different every time you take down an enemy, but it's pretty funny because you don't know what you will get next. This is the point of the game, because the gun rotation you have is the same with every player, so when you suffer one gun, you will know that the other one can be or maybe suffer just like you. So in the whole match you cannot complain that oh this gun is so bad or that gun is so broken, because everybody have the same gun in that match. For Phantom Force, the gun can equip with some equipment to enhance the stat you want. To be honest, I'm not a person who can explain the attractment, but you can searching on the YouTube like your favorite gun and setup behind, and it will give you a lot of video explaining for you. The equipment is not free to use. It requires a threshold amount of kills on that gun to unlock, which means you can equip all of that in your favorite gun. If you want to unlock them, you have to play with that gun for like a very long time. Even if you can buy those things, your credit is not endless. It will eventually run out of cash, and there are some gun with some equipment. It's pretty good for that gun. Not to mention that this can also affect your gunfight. Sometimes it's not because you suck at aiming, but it may be there are some attractment affecting it also. The other element effect also is that you can only bring one primary and a secondary in your gunfight, so it has a limited range for your gun. For example, if you have a shotgun as a primary and a pistol as a secondary, so you can't choose to fight from mid to long range because you are going to get melted down by the enemy. Even if your secondary is a pistol, it doesn't really matter if the enemy has an SMG which can melt you down very fast. What I'm trying to say is the game gives you a lot of opportunity to attract any attractment on your gun, but they also limited your gunfight. In a specific circumstance, this gun is not as good as the other gun, so you have to choose wisely where you want to fight. Both games have the same goal or each match you play, which is lead your team to victory. Even for Arsenal, it still has 1-4, but the majority of players will choose 2 teams anyway. But how you reach the winning condition is very different. Of course, we have to first talk about Arsenal. So how you win a game is very simple. You got 32 kills first, and you win a match. Even if it's saying team, but I don't think it matter. As a matter of fact, your teammate can be a reason why you can reach 32 kills in a game. How the game consider you get a kill is quite simple. You shoot an enemy, he goes down and you got 1 point. If you can't let him down but deal a significant damage so that your teammate can do the rest, you will also earn 1 point. With those mechanics, getting points in this game is very easy, making the match very fast. Usually, it takes around 7 minutes as usually, unless there are some good aiming player who try to win a game. It will take more than 9 minutes, but this is very rarely happen. Not to mention that there's some game mode only requires 16 kills to win a game in total, which make it even faster. Okay, so for Phantom Force, a match in this game is always be 15 minutes, and depending on what game mode you play, then it will decide which team will win. For instance, for Team Deathmatch, it's a game where you eliminating the enemy and gain points. The team that reach a certain amount of threshold of points will consider as a winning team. None of the team reach a amount of points that the game required to win, then when the time reach to the end, which team have more points will be the winner team. That is just one of the game modes that the game have. I also have more, but because this is the famous game mode in the game, so I only mention this. The condition of winning will change constantly if you choose another game mode, making the game not boring, but that 15-minute time is still the same for every game you play. Even the gunfight still feel very fast, but the map being very spread out, traveling usually takes more time than you usually think. So as a solution, they add the mechanic code spawn in your teammate. Even though it takes less time to travel, but it's still quite pain to fight an enemy in a certain of map. So even the gun when you firing is very satisfying, but the time you find an enemy is just so boring and tiring, which make the result of the gunfight make you feel less intimidating in my opinion. So that is all. This part of the video I just gonna summarize my idea, the main one for you to make you feel more comfortable when you watch my video. So the first reason is about time. Arsenal each match is way more faster than Phantom Force, making it way more enjoyable in my opinion. Secondly, it's a fair play. A lot of attractment can change the way how the gun work in Phantom Force. For example, how can they shoot faster, reload faster, dealing more damage, fire faster, etc. The third one is the map. Arsenal map is way more smaller than Phantom Force, which making spotting people way more easier, making you feel more enjoyable when playing the game. Finally, this is just my subjective option. You might disagree or agree with me. After all, I love both games. Both games is a good FPS game on Roblox right now. Phantom Force may be quite time consuming, but when you put enough time into one gun, it should pay off. And for Arsenal, maybe it's random, but it's kinda hilarious and giving me some relaxing moment. I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you have a nice day. See you in my next video. Thank you for watching.
Bro, look at this guy. Holy shit, how can this guy be here? How can... Lotus, would it take that much?
Huh? That is not. How can that be a backstab?
That is the backstab.